Hey guys, welcome back. So today's video, I promised I would review the Alaïa, the fishnet ballerina flats. So if you've watched my previous videos, I do own two other pairs of Alaïa shoes, so this is my third pair. Originally, whenever these first came out and were popular, I really wanted them. So because these were always sold out, I opted to get another pair. I love them so much, so I bought a second pair and now my third. If you guys are in the market for investing in a nice designer quality flat, I can't recommend this brand enough. I'm really impressed with the quality. I think I will be a forever fan of this brand. Also, I put up a short on my channel. We were recently in Paris. If you're there, something that's really kind of cool to do, it doesn't take very long, and it was only about 10 euros. You can actually go to the Alaïa his workshop and view his work over the years and actually see into his studio where he designed the clothing. So it's kind of something cool to do. There's also a little cafe attached, a bookstore, gift store. There's a nice little garden out front that you can sit in. So it's just a really nice thing to do maybe on a Sunday if you happen to be in Paris. So I'll go over the sizing in these and then I'll compare it to my other two shoes just if you want to see the difference. So for reference, I'm always usually a woman's size 9 US or 40 euro and my feet are slightly wide. I would say my other two shoes, I feel they run true to size. I got the size 40 euro, which equates to a 9 US in my books. So some websites will say that a 40 euro equates to a woman's size 10, but I don't agree with that. I think if you're a woman's size 9 US, usually get a size 40 euro. Because my other two pairs of shoes from this brand are the size 40 euro, that's what I got in these. I will say just due to the mesh, I feel like they fit a little bit too big, just because they are more malleable. When you put your feet in, they really kind of conform to the shape of your foot. You could probably get away with going a half size down in these. So I didn't know if I should return and try the 39.5, but then when I looked online from the website I got it on, that size was not available. So I just decided to keep these. And then I checked the sole on these ones matches up exactly to the size 40 on my other two shoes. But just keep in mind, if you're kind of on the fence, you're between half sizes, I feel like with this particular model, you could size down. Typically, I always check my Teresa's website first because I often find they have a discount code, or if you say spend over 500, you get this percentage or dollar amount off. So I always check there first, and often the shoes are a lot cheaper than on the actual Alaïa website, and there's no duties, at least where I live, from my Teresa. On the actual Alaïa website right now, they have this particular shoe in lots of different colors, so I'll show you here on this screen, but I just feel like some people were saying like these are out for this spring and summer. I disagree. I think a ballet flat will always be an essential in somebody's wardrobe, especially in Europe when you're just probably doing a lot more walking and some of the streets could be uneven, like if you're visiting somewhere where there's cobblestone. So I think a really stylish flat shoe that dresses up, you know, skirts, dresses, pants, trousers. This is great. I find too, I always stick in a pair of heels every time we go on vacation, and I rarely end up wearing them. I just usually put a flat on for dinner. So the shoes come with the two nice quality dust bags. I really like the box that Alaïa shoes come in. It kind of looks like a little trunk. So the shoes are made in Italy. The inside lining is lambskin, and then this is a patent leather. Even though the tread is not that thick, I find it very durable. My other shoes, I can't even tell you, especially my blue ones, how many steps I've walked in those. I've brought them to like every country we visited, and they've walked 10 to 20,000 steps at least every day. So those are my three pairs of Alaïa shoes. Like I said, they're all the same size 40 euro. I flipped them all over. The sole is the exact same size in all of them, which is nice, just because, you know, some brands, even though you order the same size shoe, if it's a different model, the fit is a little bit off. I do stand by what I said though. I feel like these, I probably should have actually went half a size down, just because this material is so pliable and a little bit stretchy that they definitely end up fitting a little bit too big. These I felt like are maybe slightly big on the back, but for whatever reason it doesn't bother me in this material. These ones definitely fit a little bit larger. These run true to size. You can tell though, you know, this is a brand, if your feet are slightly wide, this is ideal. So if you have very narrow feet, you're just a very petite person, You might want to size down in all of these, but I would say for these two, I got my true size. This one, I probably should have went down half a size, but the size 40 is okay. Something I did want to mention is here that this shoe only has 3 holes on the strap. I might actually take this to a cobbler and get them to poke another hole just so this can tighten up a little bit. So if you have very narrow feet, I would just say, I'm going to caution you, you might not be able to tighten the shoe enough. I think I will get an extra hole poked in this strap just because my heel is lifting slightly. I can tell here if the strap was a little bit tighter, that won't happen. Thank you guys so much for watching. I will link those shoes down below. Bye.